I just like feel good, and it just feels good to feel good. Hello everybody and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you guys are new, what is up? My name is Kendall, aka Fierce to Fit. If you guys are not new, welcome back. I am covering a video today which I'm really excited about. It's something I've been thinking about like constantly, and I think it's time for me to just share a lot of it. And also with the new year coming, I definitely just want to open up and tell you guys a little bit about what I learned about myself and others this year, and some of just like my biggest takeaways, and I guess kind of some actionable takeaways for you guys as well, based off of what I learned and yeah, just how it can help you. So I wrote them down in my phone because I knew that I would forget them as I talk to you guys. So just gonna tell you like my 5 biggest takeaways that I really learned this year about myself, about my relationships, about social media, like literally everything, and hopefully it helps you guys. So the number one thing that I learned was about myself, and I've covered this a lot on my Instagram, and it's something that I'm really excited to open up about. And this year I lost a lot of relationships, and the reason being because a lot of it was on my end. And you know, obviously there are certain people, yes, I wanted to cut out of my life. There are other people that I could have worked to nurture the relationship a little bit more in order for it to work out. And so the number one thing that I really learned about myself this year was about nurturing relationships, and also the reason why I lost a lot of them. So just to be really vulnerable and kind of like open with you guys, because I know a lot of you guys deal with this, because I put out my Instagram story and so many people responded to it with like, oh my god, yes, like this is so me, and I know it's really prevalent. So for me as a human, it's really easy for me to want to be a people pleaser. It's really easy for me to want to make other people happy. And so sometimes there are things that people do or people say that bother me, or that I'm just like, it doesn't really flow with my vibe, or whatever it might be. And in order for me to not hurt that person by just telling them like, hey, this bothered me, and like approaching them in like a really mature way about it and asking them to just be open and listen to me, I'll either like lie about it, or not like completely lie, but I'll just kind of sugarcoat the truth, or be really passive aggressive about it. And the one thing I learned about me is like, that's one thing that has really contributed to me having a lot of faulty relationships, and just not being open and honest. And so one thing I'm really working around this year, to kind of get into more of like a woo-woo state of mind for you guys, is Steph Sifondos. I did a podcast with him. I follow his Instagram. He's incredible. But he talked a little bit more on the balance of your inner masculine and feminine self. And basically I have a very masculine self as a female, and so I'm just working to find like a good balance so I can also balance my relationships. And that was like the biggest thing for me this year that I think I just needed to work on, and something that I'm really excited to just hopefully like work on in 2019, and hopefully recover some of the relationships that I did lose, or just kind of at like a standstill right now. So there's that. Takeaway number 2 is mentorship. Y'all, in the beginning of this year, I'm a frugal person, right? I'm very frugal, but in the beginning of this year, I was terrified to invest in my business, terrified to invest in my own health. And then I realized that once I did, the flow of just like the return from literally investing in myself was just like incredible. And now I'm just like obsessed with it. Like I literally got a mentor. I paid literally like probably what I would have paid for my college tuition for a year, like in mentorship. And now I'm like, holy crap, like the experience I got from it, the connections I made from it, like the education that I got from it, and the enhancement of my own like thinking, my body, my flow, like everything is just incredible, that I'm like, when's my next mentorship? What's my next investment? Like, oh my gosh, it's so amazing. Like same thing with like when I was doing like working with a coach, like investing in my own health. Like it was just like, holy crap. Like I didn't realize that like when my health is at its best, like financially I thrive, like with my friends I thrive. Like there's just so many other aspects that when your health is good, and when you have mental clarity and you have someone to talk to about like things that you're learning and doing and you're terrified of, like, oh my gosh, it makes such a big difference in how much more confident you feel in the process of everything. So seeking mentorship and having a coach for me in 2018 was like the best thing in the world. Okay. And then number 3, this is a little more on like the connection side of things, as well as like working with Instagram, my business. One thing that I truly learned about was the importance of connecting and marketing and just like networking with people is amazing. I met my bestest friends this year on the gram and just at events that I went to. So I realized like I was really nervous to like get out. I'm such a baby grandma. I went to Pays to Be Brave. I went to a few mentorships events and masterminds and expos, and I met my team. I met my ambassadors. Like, I met so many people that have snowballed relationships for me, that I have had them on my podcast, and now I've done like business with them and workouts with them, and it's so cool to just expand your network and just meet new friends and meet new people, because it provides so much opportunity with you in the future. So if you're like that person in the back who's just like terrified to make the move, like just do it. I'm telling you, like just make the move. You won't regret it. You have no idea what's gonna come out of it. And 2-3 years from now, that small touch point that you had with someone could literally change your life. So don't be afraid to connect with people. Okay, number 4. Wow, this one's huge. This is more of health related. So for me, a huge takeaway was that I needed to focus more on my holistic and gut health in 2018. I would always walk around bloated. I would feel like shit. I honestly would like just normalize my bloat, normalize my low energy, my fatigue, like whatever it was. And it was just so not normal. I never felt good. Like, your gut health has every correlation to do with how you're feeling mood wise, mentally wise. And it also has a lot to do with like fat loss or muscle gain or whatever phase you're in with your body. It has a lot to do with exactly how your gut is functioning, because it's essentially like your second brain. So for me, focusing more on my holistic health, which basically just being more wholesome, eating more foods that feel good for my body, being more in my body mind connection, like it was really, really big for me this year. And yeah, I feel so much better. Like, teaching my clients about gut health and holistic health has been incredible. Like, they're thriving because of it, and I'm thriving because of it, and I just like feel good, and it just feels good to feel good, you know? So focus on your gut and digestive health, because that saved my life this year, friends. Last but not least, the most, probably, honestly, definitely the most important one, focusing on my mental health. Guys, no matter if you're a business owner, no matter if you're focusing on your health, no matter if you're focusing on your training, whatever it is, relationships, like, if your mind is not in a place to make a change, if it's not in a place to go to the gym, to connect with somebody, to eat that certain food, like, you're not gonna do it. And for me, like, I prepped this year, and mindset wise, like, my relationship with food when I was prepping was great. Afterwards, it was pretty okay, but it wasn't like the best it could have been. I was a little, you know, hesitant to gain weight, and I think that's really normal. And I think for me, I was like, what am I in control of while I'm gaining this weight? And maybe I don't have the best physique. What am I in control of? And it was my spirit. It was my mental health. It was how I treated people. And I just realized that like crap, like, it doesn't have to come down to how you look. Like, it doesn't have to come down to like all those like materialistic and like superficial things. Like, if you actually focus on what's up here, everything else is gonna come to you. Like, if you focus on the mindset game, if you want to lose body fat in the future and you're struggling to put on weight right now, like, focus on all the positives that come along with that. Like, stop focusing so much on all of the negatives and start thriving off of what you actually have control of. And in any situation, it's always up to you to have the control of how you feel in it. And for me, it was a lot of just like, okay, yes, this situation is so shit, it sucks so bad, but what is the good out of this? What lesson am I learning? Like, what can I take away from this? And so for me, in 2018, my mental health definitely became my biggest priority. And I won't lie to you, my physical health went on the back burner because of that. But because my mental health was just so optimal, I felt physically like great. I felt so good because I knew that no matter what, like I could look at it in a positive light. And this sounds like so cheesy probably, and you guys are probably like, what the frick? But I promise you, like focusing on your mindset game changes every other aspect of your life. So while you have control of it, you know, if you have an injury right now, or you know, don't necessarily like are able to get into the gym, or don't have the best relationship, like it's up to you to have that mindset shift to like really be able to work on that kind of stuff. So mindset and mental health was like my biggest discovery this year. So yeah, so that is like basically my biggest takeaway from this year. I hope you guys enjoyed these. I hope that like there's some steps that you can really think about for yourself, and I'm sure some of you guys had some of the same kind of takeaways. I know that we relate in a lot of ways, and that's why I love you guys, and I love you for following along. And I know I've been pretty inconsistent, but life has just gotten crazy. I've honestly been prioritizing my podcast and my Instagram, and kind of put YouTube on the back burner, but I'm really happy that I got to make this video for you guys and share it. So if you guys liked it, I'd love for you guys to give it a thumbs up. Of course, always that just puts us higher up into charts, gets the name out there a little bit more so that we can spread the message and just help more people, which ultimately is what I want to do. So if you guys liked it, I'd love for you guys to subscribe, give it a thumbs up, hit the bell so you don't miss my next video, you know, all that good stuff. But I love you guys, and as always, thank you so much for watching. If you need anything, please don't hesitate to message me. Instagram is my best form of communication. We have some huge things coming up this year, which I'm so excited for, which a lot of 2018 prepared me for. So with all that being said, let's freaking get it, friends. I'm so excited. I love you all so much. Thank you so much for watching.